Well, the Yankees' struggles continue, and they really need to find some ways to win ball games, and they need to make some changes because this current team in their current configuration is not up to par. The Yankees need to make some moves. And the quickest and easiest, fastest move the Yankees can make is changing up the lineup. Because right now the lineup is not working. Anthony Volpe has been terrible for the last month, and he's not been a leadoff hitter. And I also think when you look at Volpe's skills and you look at the current team, he's not suited in the leadoff role. Now, first off, if we want to talk about how terrible Volpe has been over the last month, in June he hit 220 with a 238 on base percentage. 238. He walked 2.4% of the time. That is terrible. As a leadoff batter, you need to get on base. And here's another issue with Volpe being leadoff that we've known for a while. When Volpe gets on base, he's not going to steal because you have Soto behind him. You have Aaron Judge behind him. You don't steal because they can do damage with their bats in one swing. If Volpe gets on and steals second, then it doesn't matter because if Soto hits a home run, it's the same end result. If Soto gets a walk, it's the same end result. Runner on first and second. So you're minimizing Volpe's skills and the assets he brings to the team. So I think they need to move him down in the order. Then there's the question of who is the leadoff batter then? And I know this might be a hot take here, but I think it should be Ben Rice. Ben Rice, yeah, he's new to the team. Only played 12 games. But what he has shown is that he gets on base. In those 12 games, he has a 375 on base percentage, which is amazing. He also has 6 walks to 5 strikeouts. So he knows the strike zone very well and has great plate discipline. He's able to work a walk. And if you look at his minor league stats, that's what he does in the minor leagues. He had a 393 on base percentage in the minors before being promoted. And much of the same. He was working walks, not striking out that much. I know it would be a lot of pressure to put on Ben Rice, but I think that's something Aaron Boone needs to consider. Because if he gets on base, then you have Soto, you have Judge. And Rice also isn't someone who's a threat to steal, so you're not minimizing his value that way by having him on base when Soto and Judge are up. You just need him on because those sluggers can hit the ball out of the park. So then what else can you do? Well, I think when you move Volpe, you need to get guys behind him that can hit for contact. You need guys where if you steal second, they can put the ball in play and move you over to third. Or if you want to change it up, you can do a hit and run. So I think you got to get Jose Trevino behind him, Alex Verdugo, both guys who have low strikeout rates and are the best contact hitters on the Yankees. Because it gives you more options then. If Volpe gets on in front of Trevino, in front of Verdugo, you have the option of stealing, of doing a hit and run, and you have more options as a manager to try to increase the probability of scoring versus Volpe's on in front of Soto and Judge, and you're not going to send him then. So what could a hypothetical lineup look like? Well, just going off of a righty against a lineup, just with a lineup against a right-handed pitcher, because lefties are a little more tricky with J.D. Davis in the lineup, it would go Rice, Soto, Judge, Torres, Volpe, Verdugo, Trevino, Grisham, LeMahieu. That's a pretty good lineup there. And it also has a lot of that balance with lefties and righties. Yes, you would have a 3 spot of Judge, Torres, and Volpe, all right-handed batters. But it's still a pretty well-rounded lineup. And you have that flexibility of If if Volpe gets on, you have Verdugo behind him, and then you have Trevino. So let's imagine Soto gets on, steals. Then Verdugo, being a lefty, puts the ball in play on the right side of the infield. Now Volpe's on third. Then you have Trevino up. He hits for contact. He puts the ball in play. Volpe scores. It just seems as if you're going to score more runs that way. You also have Grisham and LeMahieu at the bottom half of the lineup. LeMahieu's not playing well, so keep batting him ninth. And if Grisham does get on, he has some decent speed. So you can have him try to steal a base because he hasn't been running with the Yankees. Or you could have LeMahieu bunt because LeMahieu is good at bunting. So just some options here for the Yankees, a way to shuffle up the lineup and try to get some more runs scored. Tell me what you think the Yankees can do to help the team right now.